What the heck? Hi, Mama. What are you doing? Cat scared the crap out of me. What's up, y'all? How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's all cat butt in the face. That's great, man. It's cat butt right there. What are you trying to do? What are you trying to do, Mama? Anyway, what is up, everybody? How's everybody doing today? Hope everybody's having a mighty fine Wednesday. I guess my cat wants to be part of the show today. She's sitting there checking everything out. But what is up, everybody? Thank you for being here. Sorry for the long absence over the last however long it's been, but life gets in the way. Got too much crap to do. You make it? Oh, what are you doing? Got too much crap to do with work, and then on top of that, I've got obligations and stuff to do here at home. So we have been weird with the schedule, but I'm trying to get back on track, and we'll be doing this regularly again, back on Wednesdays, unless something comes up. But I have streams already set up for the rest of this month, pretty much, and will continue to do so. But what is up, everybody? Howdy, howdy, howdy. I see lots of people chatting already. So I will be saying howdy to everyone. But before we do that, as always, check out my website. Um, hasn't changed a whole lot, but there will be changes coming. What is that on my face? But check it out if you have any questions about RC. If you have any questions about my products, I'm going to be showcasing a couple of my products today, stuff that's coming out. But take a look. If you want to support the channel, there are links in the description showing how to either PayPal, or you can always do a super chat, or you can always buy merchandise. Merchandise is something I need to work on a little bit more and change up the logo and some other stuff, because I have some things that my son did for me that ended up working out pretty good, but I need to put them on shirts and such. But check out my website, Gooniac33.me. Don't have to buy anything. You can just ask questions if you need to. There is a form there for contacts if you need to figure out how to get to me or ask me a question, whatever. Or if you want to order some stuff, because I do sell stuff. But check me out right there. I try to link it to Instagram and some other stuff. I haven't done a whole lot of things on Instagram, but I will do more and it will show up. But check me out and figure out ways you can help support the channel and all that stuff, because it is very much appreciated when you do. So let's do the shout outs. As always, it's been a while since I've been on here, but I see looks like there's people waiting for me to come back. So I've already got 21 people up in here today. Lots of people chatting, people throwing bags of stuff around. But let's get to the Mr. Impetuous Slapnuts RC. What's happening, Spencer? He is a member. If you guys want to become a member, check out the link in the description. Shows you how to do it. Snow River is there as well, another member. What's up, Snow? How you doing? Sorry to keep you waiting. Mr. Wild Bill, what is up with you? Another member. Mr. Big Chris, what's up, Big Chris? Jeff in Lower Alabama. Howdy, howdy. Hopefully get to your show tomorrow, but I've got a whole bunch of crap planned for tomorrow too. Who else? Anthony Lachey, another member. What is up, Anthony? How are you, my friend? Haven't talked to you in a while. Need to get a hold of you for my pedal commander. JCV67, what up? Yeah, and I've heard about storms going on. So whoever's out there in the vicinity of whatever's happening storm-wise and weird weather-wise, hang on, and hope it doesn't wash you all away. What's up, Mr. Noons? How you doing, Noons? Duck Sauce FPV, what is up with you? Thanks for being here. And there's Mr. Nate Calgal. Congratulations to that young man. He just graduated from high school and is now on track for becoming a commercial pilot. So big shout out to Nate. He wants to crash. The only time he's going to crash is by trying to crash something here. But anyway, what's up, Nate? How you doing? Pete Lane is here as well. What's up, Pete? Who else? I already said those people. Tim Justin, you're going to have something in the mail here in a couple days, probably early next week. But what is up, Tim? Thank you for being here, Mr. EQ. What is up with you? How are you, my friend? Thank you for being here. Andy Cho, another member. What is up, Andy? How are you? I need to get out there. Hopefully, I'm going to get out and fly this weekend. We'll see. Depends on weather and obligations. Don Henry, what is up with you? How are you? Thank you for being here. Cat. Oh, your cat is on your laptop. Yeah. This is my cat's little scratching post. She uses this to hop from, well, she scratches down below. There's a thing for her to scratch her chin, but she hops up to here and then goes into the window. But she don't mess with our computer. She'll walk across the wife's computer every now and then just to be funny. Airvex, what is up with you? How do you do, me friend? Mr. Reckham Roy, what is up with you? Who else? Blue Sky Belly Laugh Club. Mr. Mike Ford, what's up? We're going to show off some of that stuff I'm going to be sending you. But howdy, howdy. Gooniac can be well balanced. That's funny. That's actually pretty funny. I got to put that up there. I like that. That's cool. I actually do like that. I like that a lot. Who else? Who else is there? Gonna crash hard. Tell you gonna crash. Anyway, what's up, y'all? Thank you for being here, everybody, and let's get to it. So, I don't plan on being here for a crazy amount of time. I do want to be here for a little while. From what I'm noticing, the streams are probably the best when they're right around 45 minutes to an hour. So I'm going to do my best to keep this show to that because I don't want to bore people any more than they already are by hearing me ramble on and listen to my porno music in the background that keeps me from going. But in the meantime, let us ask some questions about what could be going on. Let me get back to the chat and see what's happening. But if y'all got some questions, now is the time to be asking all them questions. Because this is the part of the show that we dedicate to that. So if there's anything that you wanted to discuss or bring up or think or talk about or ask about, now is the time. So for those of you that do not know, I'm mainly an EDF guy. I've been flying RCs almost 40 years now. Majority of that time it's been spent on nitro. But starting in about 2008, 2009, I started flying electric, and I switched over completely to electric in about 2009. And got my first EDF in 2010, and that was the beginning of the end. So I've spent most of my time flying EDFs over the last 10 plus years. But I am starting to mess around with propellers again just because it's been too long, and I like to be able to fly at different places. So there's a place nearby me called Rancho San Antonio, where you can only fly propeller planes. So I've decided to pick up a few prop planes, and it's only a few minutes from my house, so I don't have to go over an hour to get there. It's only about 15 minutes from where I live. So that's why you're going to see more props like the air tractor right back here. That thing's going to be assembled and put. Yes, I do need to come out to your house, and actually I'll probably plan to do some kind of a show out there, but I'll bring something that we can act stupid with. But I do need to come out there. Sucks I couldn't make it out there for your graduation thing, but I had to relocate my storage that day. And I did it all myself. My kids helped a little bit, but for the most part, it was all me. But much bigger place, less rent, and that's all good. Hopefully the next time we move, it'll be into a place that we don't have to pay any extra for. It'll just be our own stuff. But yes, Nate, I will get out there too one of these days. Been too long, especially now with you on the summer break. And hopefully I'll be able to get some break from work here too. But as I was saying, I am going to get more prop planes together. I have I prefer the 1100 to something in the 1100 to 1500 size. Um, I don't think you want to say it like that, Nate. But anyway, I prefer planes in the you know 1100 to 1500 millimeter range because they're easier to transport, easier to get around. So I have a Beech D-18 that I'm going to go over today, and I have a whole bunch of stuff I want to add to it, and a whole bunch of stuff that I'm going to add to it. I finally got things set up the way that I wanted, but I haven't put them in the plane yet. But I will be able to show off some of that stuff, and then I have some stuff set up for P-51 that I will be using as well at a later date. So there's going to be some more stuff to show off. And again, I'll keep this show short so that I'm not going to bore everybody, but I will show everybody what I've been working on. Some of what I've been working on. There's still more stuff to come. You're probably going to get people to come out of their house and wonder what the hell's going on. You might even get a couple Karens out there freaking out, being like, "Oh my God, what is all this noise? Why is he doing this here? He needs to do this somewhere else. It's unsafe. I'm going to call the Homeowners Association." Well, anyway, but yeah, I need to go out and see your newfound happy place in 3D. I see you've been flying a lot of 3D, Nate, so it's good to see that. So let's see, Gooniac, I heard you can program ESCs to increase power. So it depends. You can't really program ESCs to increase power, but you can program your ESCs to make sure that you're getting the most out of your motor. The most important thing you can do with an ESC is to set the throttle range, though, because that makes sure that you actually have full throttle, and you're not limiting yourself. But there are ways to number one, you have to check and make sure that your motors are all what their specs are, and figure out what timing they need and what PWM they need. Most of them need, it depends on the motor. For all the stuff that I fly, which is pretty much all EDFs, they require low timing, so I change the timing to low. And then you change some of your other settings too. I always turn my LVCs off. I'll turn them off if I can because I'd rather hurt a battery than hurt the plane. But there's a few other things, and I'll have to go over that one of these days. I tried to program an ESC the other day, and it looks like that ESC is bad. That was an ESC in a plane that somebody gave to me that they found in their backyard. The ESC was bad, but everything else was good. The receiver was fine. And yes, the most important part of setting up your ESC is to set the throttle range, and then from there you can go through and do all the other things. I'll have to look and see if I have an ESC handy, and I've got a few extra smart ESCs that I could probably plug in and program and show you what I do with it. So anyway, yes, just throttle range is important. Always set your throttle range so you can get the most out of your packs. So that's another thing Nate's been noticing too, are the HRBs. I actually want to get some of those to try. Everybody else is all getting a hard on for these SMCs, and it's justified. They're good packs. And I've seen a lot of good stuff about them, but those aren't the only batteries out there, and I like to try other things too. I don't always want to go along with the crowd, but SMC packs are pretty badass. They're just a little expensive. So, but those new HRBs are pretty cool. There's HRB, they're lighter, they're higher C. They're coming all these different sizes. I think that Nate's using 6200s. I wanted to get some to try in my 7S F22 because I've got some Liperi Airs right now. A few people have been, I think Slapnuts is one of them that's been having issues with them Liperi Air packs. It's been kicking ass for me so far. I'm in my F-22, so I'm hoping that that holds. But if not, I will. I'll tell everybody and I'll switch them out. So, and yeah, it looks like everybody's got everybody that ordered the B1 is getting it. I think Rick and Roy, did you say you ordered one? Somebody said they've got the B1 coming. I know Victor's got one coming. Is anybody else? So you know what? Let's do that. I think I'm gonna do that today. Let's try that. Looks like Spencer just got some more SMC packs. And like I said, they're good. They're awesome. It's just I don't. Every time I try to go get them, they're something's changed, or they're out of stock, whatever. But I will eventually get some. Let's see. It said I could. Where could I try a poll? I want top chat. I want live chat. Give me everything. So anyway, there we go. So I'm going to put in a poll question here. But anyway, so check the poll. I'm putting the poll up there. Did you get the Eflite B1? I want to see how many people got it, just to be sure. Because I am curious to see. I have to catch up on the chat. But yeah, I didn't get it. I'm going to hold off for a little bit. If I do get it, I'll just wait for it to go on sale, like the the BJ69 to, because that one's way off in price. But yeah, Spencer said he got one. It looks like Victor's got one. So if anybody else does, just fill in the. I'm curious to see what it says on that poll. I'll leave that up for a little bit. But I am selling burners for them things though. So if anybody's interested, I've already sold some. So if anybody's interested in getting a burner, the ones that I'm doing for customers so far are the shimmering style. So that will hopefully make it look more. The heck was that noise? Hopefully that will make it more realistic instead of the shooting lasers out. But so yeah, I'm gonna be doing that. Then I have a whole bunch of, like I said, got a whole bunch of prop planes I like to do stuff with. Nate, what's up with your fingers today? You've been typing all crazy, typing all wackadoodle. So we go be flying more planes. I'm gonna be putting more LED stuff out there. For other type stuff. I'm gonna diversify what it is that I'm doing so that it's not just the same thing. Been wanting to do this for a while. You'll get to see a couple of the things tonight. But we gonna check all that stuff out a little later. If anybody got any questions, if we don't have any questions, then we're eventually gonna move on. But got a text message my son because the kid took off with some of my tools. Want to make sure that he's using them properly. But so yeah, Roy, transporting planes is a problem. Nate is very lucky because he's got a runway right outside his front door. A little walk down the a little walk down the road and he's ready to fly. Transporting is a biatch. Um, Thankfully, my car is actually really good at carrying stuff, and I figured out the proper ways to carry things without denting them up and leaving marks. Even though most of my planes are nasty and marked up, but all the new stuff I've gotten is getting the proper treatment. Um, but yeah, I'm going to be hopefully diversifying my flying this summer, mainly because of weather and getting away. Um, yeah, and the one time that I ended up having to go on a long distance trip, I did rent a Sienna, and it was I stacked a whole bunch of crap in there. Problem is, I was only there for a little over a day, and that was too short a period of time for that much packing. So, but I do intend upon doing a jet event, an EDF jet event, sometime before the end of this year, if possible. It just depends on if I'm able to pull it together. Um, because I do want to do that. I don't think we have enough of that here on the West Coast, and hopefully I'll be able to do it in a way where people can make it. Um, and I'd like for it to be something where it's more than just one day, so that if people have to come from a good distance, they can spend the night, and we can do night fly with some of the Nate's got his T-33 set up for night flying, but I'd like to do something like that. It's just a matter of whether or not I can get it together in the right amount of time. So let's see. So Tim Juicen's Mr. Hot Rod himself, he said he finally flew the modded Pitts 1400 with GPS, 97 in a dive and 88 flat and level. That's a fast little plane, especially when you consider that it's got all that drag from those from the flying wires and all that other shiza. Ooh, excuse me. But that's cool. Um, also let me check and see how it worked out. Looks like most people. All right, I'm gonna end the poll now. Yes, looks like most people said no, they did not get it, but we do have a couple people that did. So we got another question for y'all. Type this in, and then y'all can answer this. So tell me, y'all, tell me, because there's all this new stuff coming out, and I'm curious to see who's actually buying it. But let me know. And see, that's the issue, and that's why I like the 70 millimeter planes, 70 millimeter EDFs, and 1100 millimeter Warbirds and such, 1100 and under, because you can fit a lot of planes. I know I prefer having a variety of things to fly instead of just one or two big planes, which is another reason why I don't really care for large scale stuff, turbine, etc. Um, Turbines, you know, I don't like all the work involved because I do all that sort of stuff at work. I want to be able to go to the field, do a couple minor checks, plug them in, and go. Don't want to have to spend 40 minutes assembling the plane and then 15 minutes for fueling and startup and all that other crap for every flight. I don't want to do that again. I've flown nitro. Most of my RC flying career is nitro, and nitro is time consuming. And I like to be able to throw a bunch of batteries on the charger, go fly, be done. Go fly, be done. You know. So yeah, Tim Justin's. What I would like to do. That's the next thing I need to do. I've got two more planes that I want to get. One is a freewing Mirage. I would like to get that, and I would like to put the new X-Fly. It's the same dimensions as the FMS, but it's got 2300 kV. I'd like to put that in a Mirage and see what happens. And also, I'd like to get the 80 millimeter L39 and possibly try that one with the new freewing 6S fan and see how that works. But we'll see. And I sold a couple. So I sold things and got some space, made some space. So that's gonna help. So it's showing that, wow, 93% of people said no. So I'm gonna ask another question too because I'm curious. But go ahead and finish up with that. I'll let that run for a little bit more. Um, so Mr. EQ, what's this? He said, I found a hobby shop in Australia that has some 70 millimeter F104s, but I can't get one. You know who else has them? Check out Turbines RC. That's where I got mine. Nobody else had them at the time, and the shipping was not that expensive. So was they're the only ones that had it, but I don't know. I might have bought the last one. So if you want one, check it. I have one in brand new in box. I have an F5 brand new in box. I have the FMS Rafael brand new in box. What else? So another one of the planes I'm going to be featuring here on the channel is going to be the FMS 1500 millimeter P47, which I put that as one of my shows down the road. That's going to force me to get that thing together. But yeah, I got too many planes in the boxes right now. I just took this one's going out of the box this week, so it's going to be good. Tim Juicens, that, you know, I've flown basically every one of the Futuras. The first one, the second one, and then this third one. The V3 or is the V? Yeah, it flies totally different. I don't know what they did, but something's changed about it because Nate had a V2 and it just flew like ass. He hated it. Thing was never right. Always did weird stuff. I've flown a couple of the V2s and they were okay, but they're real snappy and pitchy. This one, the V3, is a joy to fly. It doesn't seem to have any of the bad low speed tendencies. Price is really good. But yeah, it's good. Much better than I thought. So what? So what is it about yours? It was warped, or you got it dead? Oh, okay. But the V2, I've flown one, and it didn't fly the same as the V3. So I don't know. We'll see. Um, we shall see. What the heck? But yeah, if anybody is on the fence about getting a V3 Futura, just get that plane. The plane is pretty freaking badass. I've flown it on anything from a 4,000. I've flown it all the way up. So Victor RC, what's up? Victor RC Jets, what's happening? I've flown it all the way up to a 7,200, and the plane flew amazing. The best pack for me that I have out of all the packs that I have for that plane, the Sokokin 5200, and when I put it in that plane, it was incredible. For all-out speed, the 7200 was actually pretty good, but the 5200 was best because it was lightweight and you're able to get a good vertical and all that stuff. It was perfect. So let's see what Anthony She has to say. He says he picked up a Flyfans Case K8 6S. Ooh, nice, good. Did you get one? You got one brand new in the box? It's a cool looking plane. It's just I don't have any connection to it, so I haven't done it. But 6S and a 64, that's really good. The new green paint, it's a different scheme. I actually kind of like the red that I have. I don't mind it. It works for the plane. I I don't know if they're going to come up with any other colors. It'd be cool if they did. Um, but yeah. So anyway, let's see what else. And yes, see, that's the thing that's different about this one. They had to have changed something because the other one, the V2, would drop a wing really easy. It just didn't seem happy at low speeds. And this one now, with this one, I've been able to fly it around at low speeds without even having the flaps down, and it's solid as a rock. It works perfect. So I don't totally know, but yeah, it's cool. So it looks like he got a brand new one. So yeah, I sold my Fly Fans. I had a Fly Fans Griffin. I sold that. Actually, the guy that I sold them to bought both. So he bought the Griffin and he bought um, the J11. So brand new. The 4S version was doing 87. Oh, cool. So then when you get the 6S, it'll probably be even better. Mr. Paul Ballard, what is happening? Um, Possibly. Oops, not that one. And Randy, I forgot to say, hey, what's up to you, Randy? How you doing? Um, let's see. The Jetman said he got his has been shipped. Okay, cool. Nice to see that. Now who else? I said something and it jumped. Anyway. So is there's the Fred Barron. What is up, Mr. the Fred Barron? And Randy Huffins, I didn't say howdy to you earlier because I saw you were there, but I didn't say anything. But what is up? So, if we don't have any other questions, like I said, I don't want to keep this going forever. But I do want to show the D-18 and show what it is that I plan to do with it. Show some stuff that I have set aside for other planes, for other warbirds and prop planes. So we're going to check that stuff out. So it looks like we're up to 30. And guys, while you're here, be sure to click the like button because that puts my channel in front of a few other people. I did make a couple changes to my channel over the last couple days just to see if I could change it up a little bit. Those of you that check it often will notice I changed some of the videos that show up. And trying to see if it works. Mr. Tim Tuton, what is up? How are you? I hope you're doing good over there. Looks like he ordered one, said it was shipped. So that's that. So I am going to step aside for a second. And I don't have my tablet. I'm gonna have to use I won't be able to check the chat because I don't have my tablet plugged in or charged, and it's been sitting for a couple of weeks, so it's probably not even gonna work. But so I'm gonna set up the camera for checking out some of the stuff I've got over there. I've got two things I wanted to try first, and then I'll get to the plane. But one of them is related to the plane, the other one's related to other planes, but will still work. And then next week we will be going over the air tractor here and whatever it is that I've got planned for that. And yes, Mr. Friend, the porno music is already playing in the background just to keep me from feeling like I'm rambling to myself. But let us switch to the other camera. So I'm gonna give me a second. I will be right back. All right, so hopefully you guys can hear me. Let me know if you can, because I've got a different setup. Hopefully you can hear. If you can, let me know. I don't have the usual chat like I normally do, so I'm gonna have to look another place and see. But so let's see here. Okay, so cool, you can hear me. All right, so I'm gonna have to go back and forth between my computer and here. So I've got a couple things I wanted to show here first. This is just kind of a makeshift setup, but let's get it going. Um, got some new stuff here that I wanted to try. This is just an experimental stage right now. I'm still going to be possibly changing this up again, but this is just a trial run to see how it works, and I've got a couple planes I'm going to try this on. I'll put it back here in the frame here a second. And again, I can't check the chat, so be patient with me because it's going to take me a while to read all this stuff. But so I'm going to show you all this here real quick. This is something I've been working on for a while. Can't totally see it, but these are supposed to be gun ports from a P-51, and I've got a receiver controlled switch in there, and I have it set up to where they will flash. This is just a lower frequency flash, and this is with a two different styles of LEDs. These are just clear LEDs and yellow LEDs, but these are gun ports from a P-51. You can see there they go on the wing ports of an FMS P-51. And you can do this for a couple different kinds of planes. This is a slow frequency. I'm going to find something that actually flashes faster than this. But I have it on a receiver controlled switch right now. So if you flick a switch on your radio or have it set to where it's going to be on your throttle or something else, they just come on like that. And they flash. That's just two colors. I have a whole bunch of different colors I can use. You know, some Hobby King, what I dislike about what Hobby King used to do, they don't have guns anymore, but what they used to do, they had red. And I didn't like the way that the red looked because it's not what guns look like. It would be either blue or yellow, um, possibly orange. But this is just two separate options. So this is just the yellow here, and then this is the just a clear here, like a clear white or a diffused white. But it's on a receiver controlled switch, so it's just boom, it'll go on a switch like that. So that's one of the things I've been thinking about working on. I'll test this out on my P-47, see how it works, and I'll use a couple different colors for that to see how it, which one works the best and at what times and so forth and so on. But so that's one, and then let's get the other one out. This other one is for not just the mainly for the D-18. I'm not going to plug the D-18 in to show you guys today, but I am going to show you something I had set up for that plane. If you were looking at the if you looked at the there we go. If you looked at the intro image, you would have seen that there was a Yonkin, the Yonkin D-18 that does the shows and the aerobatics around the country. That plane has lights all over it, and these two lights that you see here, this is just a little bit of a I didn't have a way of putting it in the plane, so I just put it on a little cardboard stand so you can see what it is. But these are the lights that would go in the nose of the plane. So I have them on a brush you see at the moment, but it's going to be a receiver controlled switch if you'd like. So That's barely on, and then you can change the brightness. But these will go on the nose of the plane. Or you can have these lights any other place on the plane to like shine on the wings or something else. But I have a few things I'm going to do on the plane. I'll pull the plane out here and show you in a second. The plane's right here, but I'll show you what the rest of these, what I'm going to do with these things. So Mike Ford, if you're still on here, these are the lights that will work in the nose. They should work perfect. And on a receiver controlled switch, they'll just do this. They'll just come on. Or you can vary them as you want. That's the lowest you can have it, or that's the brightest you can have it. So those two things that's just the start of some of the things I'm going to do. And they can be used with the receiver controlled switch that can go onto any channel and have it actuate however you want. Or you can just plug them in and have them be on all the time. Just depends on how you want to do it. If you're out of channels and don't want to use a spare channel, just plug it in. Either use a spare battery, or I can set it up to where there's a how do you put it? A UVEC in there that will pull off your main pack so that it won't mess anything up, or have it set up to where it will just pull. It just depends on how you want to do it. You just have to let me know how you want to do it, and I can pretty much do it however you would like for it to be done. So this is what we're working on next. And it's, again, I'm not going to totally go through it, but I am going to show you guys. Got the plane together, which is the most important thing. I have it all set up. Nate helped with a couple things. Thanks for the help on that stuff, Nate. But surprisingly, this plane's pretty easy to set up. There's not a whole lot to it. The coolest part are the wings, because all you got to do is just plug those things in, and the plane's ready to go. So let me move this over here. So the wings have these little guide pins for the servos, for the servo leads, and then there are these other plastic pins and the spar that go here. Just slide right in. So it just slides right in like that. You hear a little click, and you know it's in. There you go. So that's one side. Move on over to the other. So that's going to connect your servos and then also your lights. So this has LEDs in the wings, tips of the wing. Sorry for that, hitting this thing. I don't think I got that wing all the way in. So let's get that. Pull that out. Yeah, I didn't get it in. Let's get this thing out. There we go. Now it's all the way in. Okay. But there's that. That's pretty cool. The way the plane goes together is really easy. This has got these cool ESCs. Basically, the ESCs are set up to where there's two. These right there. There's two. Give me a second, guys. Something happened to my other connection. Be right back. All right, we're back. I don't know what happened. For some reason, it dropped that out. I don't know why. Let's change the camera back. We will get back to what we were doing. I don't know why it quit. That was weird. Maybe I bumped something. I don't know. But let's get back to it. So, as I was saying, the ESCs, there's two of them sandwiched together, but it still functions as one. And then I had to go in there and make some changes. So I got the, what do you call it, the program box, and then and had to go through. There are these little pigtails on each one of them that you have to go through and pull out. So I got the settings set up on that. But it's plain cool. Comes with an AR631 receiver. There's pretty much nothing to do other than you have to put the tail on. Oops. You have to put the tail on. You have to add the props. That's pretty much it, though. It's pretty easy. 2 screws here. Then there's the screws for the wing. So let me take you around and show you some of the things that I plan to do, because I've already got stuff that I'd like to do to the plane, that I'm going to do to the plane. So one of which are those lights here on the nose. There's going to be those 2 lights here. I'm actually going to light up the cowls on the inside, just like the plane in the image that you saw on the stream before it started. And then I'm going to light up something in here. Well, that's already going to be lit up. There's exhaust here that's going to be lit up, or something in here similar to exhaust. I know these are cowl flaps, but there's also, these are vents, but I will put a light in one of these. I'll leave one of them open, but there will be a light in this, and also on this. There'll be lights there. So then, like I said, lights on the inside of here, on the inside of the cowl, to accentuate the engines, make them look more realistic. These are actually pretty strong too. Everything about this is pretty cool. It's there is a light here on the tip of the wing. I may or may not change that. We'll see. But the other lights that I plan to add were here in the windows, or even possibly something shining on the tail. And then the nav lights are already there. Those are pretty good. I might even put a couple flashing lights up here. I don't know where the beacons, rotating beacons, or any of that stuff. But I do want to light this up a little bit. I don't have enough channels to make them, to switch them from my transmitter. But I will do something so I can hear. Number one, this is already going to be lit up on the inside, but I'll find a way to put some sort of a light in here, and then another light out there for the exhaust. I'll take a look closer and see the way that the actual plane has exhaust. But I do want to light it up. This thing sat in my living room for the longest, in pieces, and I was finally able to get everything together. But like I said, I will be putting this style light, that style light here in the nose, so that'll be shining. And then just gonna add a few lights to it. So we'll see. There'll be lights in here, lights in the nose, a couple lights here. I may not do it on all of them. Oh, and then Mike Ford, I have the light set up for this for the inside. I haven't put it on yet, but I do have it. I've tried it, I've tested it, it works good. There's a way to light it up inside there. So I'll do that as well. There's a little hole there, it fits right in. We'll make it work. But this is a cool plane. It has differential thrust and all that stuff set up from the get-go. There's nothing to do. It's already there. You just have to plug it in, do as they say in the instructions, get things set up, and then everything else set up to your liking, and that is pretty much it. Um, should work out pretty good. So this is one of the few prop planes that I'm going to be showcasing on the show. So this one, the next time you see it, it'll be lit up. But as I said, though, the next plane will be the air tractor, and then after that, the FMS 1500 P-47. So there you go. Um, hopefully, you guys can still hear me. I don't know. Let me see what the chat's going. What's going on with the chat? Can't see it. All right, y'all. So my phone is acting all weird, and I can't get it to work how I wanted. It keeps dropping for no reason, but that's pretty much all I was going to show you guys on that stuff, and hope it worked out good. Um, um, so, um, and I'm reading what Mike Ford is saying right here. So yes, there will be a strobe. There is a cockpit light. So yeah, you're gonna get all that stuff, and I have to figure out the rest of that later on down the road. But we'll get it going. But yeah, so as I said, I've had a lot of stuff going on. I just haven't really been showing everything that's been happening. Um, Speaking of cat, it's kind of funny. My cat freaked out. I think last week something happened. I think we scared her, and she took off running. And my plane was sitting right here, and she jumped in the window and fell out and knocked the plane over. So it's got a couple dings and dents from her before it even got to the plane. Before it even got to the, so it's got hanger rash before it's even been flown. But let me see if I can catch up on the chat here. Thanks for bearing with me too, guys. So let's see. Yeah, I'll catch up. It says so. Let's check out what Randy's saying. Yeah, so the sound that they had, they made them blink weird. It would be nice if they had them flash a little different. And I am looking for LEDs that will do it the right way. But there are, that's still a work in progress. So it's decent for as it is right now, and it will work. But we'll get it. We'll get it right. Ron, what's up? I didn't see you earlier, but I see you now. Like I said, I couldn't read the chat, but so did anybody have any other questions? Because we've already gotten to a little over an hour, and I don't want to go beyond that just because I want to everybody. What's up, Shadow Ops? I see you. Didn't want to keep everybody. Actually, Michael Barrett was actually kind of funny, but I felt bad. She was really happy to get food, and she was weaving in between the wife, and she ended up stepping on her, and then she freaked out and tried to jump up and knocked her down, knocked the plane down. I thought it was kind of funny, but I was making sure she was okay. But then I realized there's a couple of dings on the plane, but it's all good. It's just a little foam plane. It's no big deal. And I'll go through and I'll make sure it's touched up. But Shadow, good to see you. Glad to see everything's going good. There's been a lot of cool planes up there in your neck of the woods. I don't know if you've been able to see stuff, but there've been lots of cool planes out your way. And my cat is not psycho. She's pretty dang awesome. we didn't realize that she's getting a lot older. We need to make sure that she's getting what she needs. So we changed up her food, and now she's actually doing better. But she's never been psycho. Only time that something funny like that happened was she was playing with a bag and then ended up getting the loop of the bag stuck around her neck, and she took off running up and down the stairs all around, and then we had to catch her and take the bag off, but she was scared to death of bags from that day on. Thinks that they're going to try to kill her. While Billy thinks she's a Maine Coon, she was a stray, so we found her. One of my wife's coworkers found her. Could tell she'd probably just been deserted or something, and we went through the process of getting her to become our own. And I think she's either like a small Maine Coon or mixed with a Maine Coon. She's I think at her heaviest she's about 15 pounds, but she's hovering around 11 and 13 pounds right now. So she's for the most part very chill, but she's very protective um, of our area. So if she sees another cat, she changes and turns into like a full-on demon and wants to go after it. But yeah, she's a cool cat. But anyway, as I said, y'all, more props to be seen. I got a whole bunch of batteries in this box that need to be taken care of. I still haven't done soldering on those batteries, but and yeah, Shadow, I've seen I have a couple Instagram people that I follow, photographers that have been taking lots of pictures of stuff up there. So I don't know if it's just because of the international tensions or if it's just because of exercises that they've been doing all over the U.S. I know we had a pretty intense uh, exercise here a few weeks ago, but yeah. So yeah, she can be very territorial, and our patio, she's actually a really good cat. She won't do anything. Every now and then she'll go a little crazy and try to jump up on the patio and jump up on the fence and hop over and go after what's out there. We have birds. We try to make our patio like a little sanctuary. So we have all types of birds that come out and hang out. We have the squirrels that come over. Um, so we make it so that animals want to come here. And sometimes we got to put them in check because Daisy's had all these different litters of squirrels, and they're all boys, and the boy squirrels are crazy. So we got to keep them in check. Um, but Daisy's always the most laid back of the squirrels that we've got. EQ, have a good night. Thank you for being here. Thanks to all of you for being here because it looks like we had a fairly good turnout today. Hopefully, we'll get back to having more stuff, and then with more people, that means we'll start doing random giveaways again. Because it's been a long time, and the channel has been growing, just not as much as I was expecting because I haven't been doing a lot, but it's been growing a lot in the last 2 months. So I appreciate everybody for liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing, turning on that bell, and all that other good stuff. Big Chris, I saw Daisy 3 times today, and then chased off her kids for acting like idiots. But yeah, Daisy is a very cool animal, and it's probably been about between 6 and 8 years that we've been feeding her. So, but anyway, thanks to everybody for being here. It's been a little over an hour, which is perfect. I'm hoping that you guys enjoyed the show. Hoping that you guys are happy that things are getting back to normal again for my show. So, the bug. I think we're going to end it, and then I will. God, go away. I will leave the chat up for a little bit, and then eventually shut it on down. But thanks to everybody for being here. We had a good turnout today. I appreciate all y'all being here, and hopefully, if the weather gets good for this weekend, I intend to do a live from the field, and possibly we'll have Super Dingus on that live if he wants to. Um, But anyway, and what's up, Mr. Max? I see you here. Are you here or are you still on the East Coast? Haven't seen you. But anyway, congrats to you too, by the way, on your recent graduation. But have a good night, everybody. The chat will stay up for a little bit. And Andy, if you can, that would be awesome if you're going to be out. But chat's going to stay up, but I'm going to head out. See you guys, and hopefully we will see each other again soon. Adios.